Hello tankers, this is NK33 and I thought I'd do for my 5th video a description of one of the most misunderstood elements of World of Tanks. I asked Booby Trap of 1CAR, 1st Canadian Armored Regiment, to help me display the intricacies of the sighting system. You can see she's there in her T1, I'm in my T1, and I can't see her, although she can see me. Say hello, Booby Trap.
Hello there. I'll pay you back eventually.
Invisi-tanks really aren't invisible. This is the WoT Tank Compare website, and I've got the light tractor, the T1 Cunningham, and of course the T1 Heavy. Just to give you an idea on the render range, the standard view range on the light tractor is 310 meters. For the T1 Cunningham it's 280, and for the T1 Heavy it's 330. So the T1 Heavy has the longest view range. But the camo value of the LOL tractor when it's stationary is 15%. It's in motion, it's 13%, and when firing it's 3.6. The camo value of the T1 Heavy is 7% when stationary. It's 1.5% when it's moving, and it's 1.85% when it's firing, which means this thing is so huge you can be shooting at somebody and they can't see you, but as soon as you move closer to them, you're going to show up. Now for the T1 Cunningham, it's 15.5% when stationary, 13.5% when it's moving, and 4.01% when it's firing. That means the LOL tractor can see me at 262 meters when I'm not moving, and I can only see the LOL tractor at 238 meters. If I'm moving, it can see me at 268 meters, and if it's moving, I can see it at 243. If it fires, I can see it at 269 meters, almost 270 meters, and it can, if I fire, it can see me at about 298 meters, which means that if it's sitting there invisible, there's an 8-meter gap where it can actually shoot at me, and I won't be able to see it, but it will be able to see me. That's camouflage, and that's just from the vehicles. Camo values show a percentage of the enemy vision each tank negates without camo skill being trained at all. Now there's another website called WoT Info, and it allows you to calculate your camo value and compare camo values. For example, let's compare them. American light tank, tier 1, search. Okay, there it is. Now let's go with all of the tier 1 light tanks. Now these are the camo values. Now Wargaming has never officially released the camo values, so you'll notice these are slightly different than the values in WoT Compare. That's because these were derived through experiments, like exactly what I just did with Booby Trap. You get as close as you can, you find out how close can you get before you're seen. But you can see that the camo values are similar for all of these. You know, it says here, camo values were determined during test battles. These are only approximate values. In real battles, your camo value would be affected by many things. Crew skills, environment, extra equipment, skill of your enemy. Max view range is also different on each map. and it has your camo value stationary, camo value on the move, and camo value after a shot. Now it also has a camo value calculator. So enter T1 Cunningham, and do you have a camo net? Do you have vehicle camo? What's the camo skill of your crew? What's your recon skill, situational awareness? Do you have improved ventilation, like vents, the brothers in arms skill, various consumables, and if you're hiding behind a bush. Now, I was up against the light tractor, which had binoculars, camo net, vehicle camo, 100% camo skill, vents. Now, I had my vents also, but I also had a 50% crew, so it's not quite as good. So her camo, so Booby Trap's camo when stationary is 37.78. On the move was 21. And the camo after a shot was 9. What that means is that, distance, you will spot the enemy if they are stationary, moving, shooting. Distance, the enemy will spot you if you are stationary, moving, shooting. Which means, according to this, she's got the LOL tractor she has set up with 100% crew and these other improvements means she can spot me at 350 meters. She can actually be shooting at me, and I won't spot her until 264. That's where you get this story about invisible tanks. She's got better camouflage, she's got better view range than I do, so you get this gap between me being, when she can spot me and when I can spot her. I'm moving towards her, I can spot her at 300. The distance the enemy will spot you is 362. Distance you will spot the enemy, 264. That's almost 100 meters that I literally will not see the light tractor, but the light tractor will see the Cunningham as I've got it set up. Now, just to make it completely unfair, we're on the World of Tanks Wiki. View range. I specifically went with a 50% crew, which means that knocked 60 meters off of my view range. Now, when you get your crews initially, they'll be 100%, but if you get a new crew and you put it into a new vehicle, if you don't train the crew with either 20,000 credits apiece, that's the 75% crew, or with gold that takes it up to 100%, your base view range is going to be 220 meters, which means we go over to the WoT info, and the real answer of this is the distance the enemy will spot you. That won't change, but the distance that you'll spot the enemy are roughly 60 meters shorter, which means that I won't see a light tractor that's shooting at me until I'm close to 200 meters away, whereas if I'm moving, they'll see me at 360. That's part of the spotting mechanics, and that's something you're going to have to learn about. They talk about hiding in bushes, and if you're 15 meters behind a bush, they won't see if you're shooting. So let's click on that. So suddenly, if I'm hiding in a dense bush and I'm more than 15 meters away from that bush, all of a sudden the enemy won't spot me when I'm shooting until they're 213 meters away. Well, admittedly, I won't spot them because this gets applied to both of them. As you can see, I have a 50% crew in my T1 Cunningham. I still have the camouflage paint, which will have an effect on view range. But I just wanted to show you, start out with the effect of a 50% crew. Now, most of you are going to start with 100% crew in your T1s, but as you advance up the tiers, if you recruit another crew without using credits or gold, you're going to get a 50% crew, and I wanted you to see the difference. So we'll start with a 50% crew. Booby Trap is sitting out in the open with a camo net, camouflage, but because she is outside of my view range, I can't see her. Now, as she comes closer, I will be able to spot her, and as soon as I spot her, I'm going to fire off a shot. Still nothing. Okay. Now as she stops, because now light tanks will get their full camouflage when they are moving, but because she's got a camo net, she should disappear fairly shortly. Might have to back up a little. There you go. Now her camo net came up, she's not moving, she disappeared. Now she's still there, but you know, approximately where I'm pointing the reticle. But you can't see her because she's not moving, so she's got the camo and she's got the camo net. As I move closer, I'll be able to spot her. However, because she's got a fully trained crew, 100%, and she has better viewing range because of both the LOL tractor's view range and she's got binoculars, you won't be able to see her until she either fires or you get well within her ability to shoot back.
Hello.
Okay, I showed you the effect of the T1 Heavy versus the T1 Cunningham, and the effect showed you the effect of view range that comes up. Now I'm going to show you the effect when you have the advantage. Booby Trap and I are going to be using our Panzer IIDs. Now her crew is at 50%, so the view range here with 50% crew is going to be about 251 meters. And I've got 100% crew. That's 320. I'm going to use my binocular telescopes, which range it out to 400 meters. So I'm going to have a huge advantage over her. As you can see, Booby Trap is over there. She's at 343 meters, but she can't see me yet because she has a 53% crew. I've got a 100% crew, and I've also got telescopic binoculars, which increases my view range. When I move like this, you notice how that circle shrinks? That indicates the binoculars have been shut off, and then they go back on. Now if I just spin for about 5 seconds, she should disappear. And when they come back on, she should appear. Now, she can't see me, correct?
That's correct.
She didn't see that?
Nope.
So
See what?
I fired.
That's what I figured.
So let me approach slowly, firing, which will eliminate most of my camouflage bonus, and see at what range she spots me. She knows I'm going to be coming over this ridge, so it's a fairly straight line to where I will be traveling, so she should be able to spot me as soon as I am on her view range.
There you are.
Okay.
222 meters.
200, yeah. You
And
have
now you're gone.
So as you can see, she's clearly visible to me because I've got a 100% crew, and even when I was moving, she stayed visible. Still unseen?
Still unseen. There you are.
So that's another important element. The 50% crews that you're going to buy for your other tanks are going to be in a serious disadvantage compared to somebody who's got a 100% crew. Now this crew does not have camouflage skill, which would make the view range difference even more substantial. You're back in the garage. I have reinstalled my binocular telescopes, my camouflage net, and I've returned my crew to the T1 Cunningham. Now both of them have 59% camouflage, so we'll see what effect that has on view range and on what I can see. The other thing that you need to learn is that there is a difference between cover and concealment. Cover is like that rock right there, which will prevent you from being shot. Concealment is like the bushes and the trees. Now, Booby Trap is behind that rock, as you can see on the mini-map, but I can't see her yet. So, let's move forward. Okay, you get within 50 meters and you automatically detect everything in your range. That's that little white circle at the very center. You can see it there.
You're obviously within my auto detection zone because there's no way that I could see you if I was actually standing on top of this tank.
Right. Now, bushes are concealment. You can see where Booby Trap is.
So can you see me?
But I can't see her yet. So, move it closer. Now, you can... Booby Trap, you can see me.
Yes, I can.
Go ahead and fire.
Oh, no, I can't.
You can't now?
Nope. You winked out.
Okay, yeah, that's the effect of my camo net going on.
There we go.
Okay. Now she can see me. Now she can't. But so go ahead and... Are you behind two layers of bushes?
I certainly am now.
Okay, go ahead and fire.
At you?
Generally.
Or just...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just to break my camo.
Right. So you see how close she is when she fires, and then she disappears after a few seconds. Okay, Booby Trap is 77 meters behind me, right there, but both of us at the moment are invisible to the other unless we fire. So if I fire, I show up on her side, and when she fires, she shows up. Now, neither of us are protected from each other's fire because we don't have any cover, we just have the concealment. But this is how you get the invisible tanks appearing and disappearing. You know, she's right there, but at the moment I can't see her. Now if she fires, there she is, 76 meters away. You know, wait for it for 5 seconds roughly, and she's gone. What that also means is if you drop off someone's radar, meaning they disappear for you, you can assume that you've disappeared for them and you can move. Take up another position and come at them from the flank. That's how cover and concealment works. Okay. Ridges also provide both concealment and cover. As you can see, booby trap is right there, 43 meters away. Now she's going to move a short distance, and once she's out of sight, and is out of sight for about 5 seconds, she's going to disappear, even though, you know, she's right there. Now she's gone. You can do the same thing by moving around and just breaking line of sight, get some kind of solid cover or concealment, and you'll have to move to find somebody. And they'll have to move to find you. She disappeared again. And there she is. Spotting mechanics are some of the most complicated and difficult to understand parts of the game, but they're the most critical, because if I don't see her, but she can see me, she can shoot me. Right now, Booby Trap is on that other ridge. Now she's behind, between me and her are these trees and this rock. So let's see how much I gotta poke to spot her. Not a lot. And when I jump back behind the rock, she disappears after 5 seconds. When I nod my head, you hit it. Right now, Booby Trap is behind that sheep shed. Now, you can see her on the mini-map, but she's outside of my auto detection range. Now, the thing you have to be careful is some cover, like that shed, is destructible, which means you can shoot it down. Which means if you know someone's hiding behind it, you can shoot it and get at them, or they can shoot it and get at you. See? That's how it works.
Okay.
Okay. Booby Trap is over on that balcony. Now this is Province, a map that most of you probably have gotten very used to. But because she's got better camouflage value than I do, I can't see her. She can see me unless she fires. And she appears for about 5 seconds. Right. So I've got to close the distance if I'm going to be able to spot her. Now she already can see me at this range. Now I can see her. She's right over there. But if I hide behind this ridge, I should drop off her radar. Can you still see me?
I can still see your icon.
Now I'm behind better cover. I should drop off her radar.
There we go.
Okay.
I suspect it was just that you were just that close enough to the top of the ridge that I could pick up a pixel.
Okay. Now I'm going to see if I can peek and spot her through this gap between the buildings. So I spot her. Wait 5 seconds. And we're both invisible to each other.
Where'd it go?
So I suspect it's that commander's cupola that is where the sighting takes place, because I stuck the nose of the tank out and she didn't light up. Yep, it's the turret or the commander's cupola that allows you to do your sighting. Can you see me?
No. Yes.
Yep, it's the commander's cupola that allows you to sight.
That's interesting. You just disappeared.
I'm up in the other abbey.
I know. I was watching you and you were out and played you and you disappeared. Must have just been right at the very edge of my vision. There you are. 414, 416, I can see you. 421, I can see you.
Well, wait 5 seconds. Can you still see me?
And there you are gone.
Okay.
And there you are. So now I know how much the visual range is pretty much exactly for this thing for seeing you.
Right. Well, just remember... Okay. We are going to do a little test here. I have changed tanks. I'm going to be using the Panzer Kampfwagen 38T. As you can see, I've got a 100% crew, but they are all 0 in their skills. And we're just going to do some testing at Province for the bushes. Basically showing how you have to be all the way inside a bush to be able to be hidden from the watching eyes of your opponents. Now, Booby Trap is over on the balcony over there. Now, I can't see her, but she can see me. But if I get behind these bushes, I should disappear.
There he is gone.
Now, light tanks don't lose their camo value when they move, so I should be able to do this.
Oh, you're visible.
Let me drop off the radar.
And you're gone.
Still can't see me?
Nope.
So light tanks can maneuver like this and they don't lose their camo value. But if I fire... Now you saw me?
No, actually.
This is not working out the way it's supposed to.
Well, I'm wondering if the infamous light tanks don't lose their camo refers more to designated scouts. There you are.
Okay.
I wonder if it matters what direction you're firing in, if you're firing like through the bush or another direction.
Okay, have I dropped off yet?
No.
How about now?
Nope. But on the other hand, that's kind of showing that, you know, your being still hasn't hasn't increased your camo.
Okay, how about now?
Still there. There you go, gone.
Okay. Now, if I'm behind this bush, if I'm far enough behind it, when I fire, she shouldn't be able to see me.
I heard you, but I didn't see it.
But if I get into the bush...
There he is.
Back up, get back under cover.
And there he isn't. And there he is.
Okay. Now let's see how close I have to get before I can spot her in the balcony. Now she should be able to see me right now because I'm moving and I'm closing into her view range.
Yep, you're there.
Now this should make me invisible to her. Wait 5 seconds and should drop off the radar.
There you're gone. And there you are.
And there she is.
And there you're gone.
But I can still see you.
Can you really?
Yep.
That seems screwy. There you are.
Can you see me now?
Nope.
Okay. She can't see me because I'm blocked behind this building. Her direct line of sight is blocked, and that's why she disappeared.
There you are.
And there she is. Distance is about 235 meters. So she was able. Yeah, she was able to see me way up on in the Abbey, but I wasn't able to see her until I closed to a fairly tight distance. Okay, Booby Trap is sitting on the other side of this building. She's 50 roughly meters away.
And you're back.
And at roughly 50 meters, she reappears. But at 51 meters, wait 5 minutes, or 5 seconds, and she's gone.
And you're gone. And you're back.
So the 50-meter detection works through any cover or concealment. But the visual sighting depends on bushes, on hard cover, like this building, and on the relative camouflage and skill values of your crews.